Hi, I'm Margaret from Heidi and Lana. Today I'm going to show you how to knit and purl through the back loop. These stitches are abbreviated Ktbl and Ptbl. Your pattern might also have a number in there as well to indicate how many stitches you knit or purl through the back loop. And when they're combined with a knit one through the back loop and a purl one through the back loop, like in the rooted dishcloth, then it makes a twisted rib pattern, and it's totally reversible, so it looks the same on both sides. And so I'll be demonstrating on the rooted dishcloth. This is a 2-color version that I'm knitting right now. And I'll show you the knit through the back loop first. I think this one is a little bit easier. The purl through the back loop is a bit fiddly. So to knit through the back loop, instead of going into the front of the stitch on the left needle, we're going to go into the back of it. And I'm going to turn my needle so you can see what I'm going into here. So I'm going to go right in here. So instead of going in here, I'm going to come around back here and go in here. Let's see if you can see it here. So right in there. And then you're just going to wrap your yarn like you normally would and pull it through. You want to make sure that you're just catching what you've wrapped and pulling it through the center of the old stitch and not like trying to come around here. So just through the center of this stitch, and then you can slide the old stitch off. Now we'll do a purl through the back loop. So I'm going to bring my yarn to the front so I'm ready for a purl stitch. And normally we would go into the front of the stitch on our left needle. But for this, we're going to come around here to the back, and this is where it gets a little tricky because we actually have to go into the stitch from the back of it, which is a little bit different than the knit stitch. For the knit, we go in this way. For the purl, we're going to come in from the back. And like I said, it's a little bit fiddly to try and catch it there. So if I turn this over, you can see here how I'm just going into the back of the stitch. And then I'm going to wrap my yarn just like I normally would for a purl stitch, and then take it out the back. And once again, I'm just catching what I've wrapped, going through the middle of the old stitch and then sliding it off. Now we'll go back to the knit through the back loop. So I'm going to go into the back of the stitch, wrap my yarn, pull the new wrap through the old stitch, and then slide it off. We'll do another purl. So this one, make sure you're coming from behind, so the back of the stitch, but also coming from behind, like back to front. And then wrap the stitch, take it through the center, out the back, and then slide the old stitch off. We'll do one more of each here. The knit, I find it almost easier if you kind of like hold it with this finger so that it's a little bit hard to go into the back of the stitch, I find. But if I hold it there, then it makes it a little bit easier to stick the needle tip in. And then the purl, this one, it's almost a little easier if you kind of turn your left needle so that the tip is facing directly towards you. And then same thing, kind of hold on to it and then come from the back into the back of the stitch, wrap it, take it out the back, and then slide the old stitch off. So that is how you knit and purl through the back loop. Thanks so much for watching. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, and Facebook, all under Heidi and Lana. And you can find a link to the rooted dishcloth pattern below. Happy knitting!